Hey, this is Ethan Van Sciver from Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and you're watching Indie Dave Comics on Indie Dave Comics YouTube channel. Stay tuned.
Alright everybody, Indie Dave here. We're at the Garden State Comic Fest here in Atlantic City. Lots of cosplayers, lots of signatures. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff signed. I'm going to see Ethan Van Sciver. We're going to see if maybe he'll talk to us for a couple of minutes. So enjoy the video.
It doesn't fold that way. Or maybe it does. He has to be up.
Alright, signature goals. We already got Jim Steranko. And today we're getting Ethan Van Sciver. And yesterday I got Keith Giffen. We'll see, maybe I might just get Summer Glau. Might get Summer Glau. Summer Glau. Summer Glau.
Of this piece, the turtles jumping off the roof towards the shredder, and Peter inked it. It was quite a fond memory, again, especially after all those years of doing it. So it all began with Peter and I as kids, probably 8, 9, or 10. We grew up as huge fans of Jack Kirby. I'm sure you guys know who Jack Kirby is. Created most of the Marvel Universe that Stan Lee takes credit for. He co-created it with Stan Lee and so many other fantastic artists. But Pete and I really bonded over Jack Kirby. We loved his way of storytelling, his dynamic style, and then he was just a big kid. You could tell it when you met him. He was just a fantastic guy. So we really bonded over Jack Kirby, and we got to meet him. This picture was taken in 1986, San Diego Comic-Con. And it was great because he was such an authentic guy. It was like, I always tell this story, it's like when we heard that he was in the building, Peter and I dropped everything, we rushed over to where he was at San Diego Comic-Con. There was already like 30 or 40 people around him, and he just finished answering this fan's question about the creation of Captain America. And the fan next to him, I think, got really nervous, wanted to ask him a question, forgot what he was going to ask him, so he just asked him the same exact question: how did you create Captain America? And Jack Kirby answered it in the same loving way that he did for the first fan. He gave that guy such a wonderful moment, and I said, you know, this guy's a big kid like me, and we're thrilled to have known him and stand on his shoulders and try to carry on his tradition.
Now tell us a little bit about your costume.
So I am Ursula from The Little Mermaid, and she's normally bad, but we're going to be on our best behavior today.
Did you make the costume yourself? Or?
I did.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
How long did it take to put that together?
It took about a week, just with, you know, normal life things and just doing it in free time, so not too bad.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Who are we talking to right now?
I'm Jeff Klein. I'm the publisher for Darby Pop Publishing, and I also write a couple of books we do.
All right, why don't you tell me a little bit about Darby Pop?
Darby Pop is about 5 years old, a little more than 5 years old. I started it when I moved from Los Angeles to the East Coast after having 25 years doing animated TV series. I've done everything from the last 3 Transformers shows, the Jackie Chan Adventures, and Men in Black, the animated series. I wanted a way to keep working with my friends in LA, my writers and artist friends, but not have to be there all the time. So comic books was the way I could do it. So a lot of our books are written and drawn by the guys who've done all those cartoons with me over the years.
That's cool. Why don't you tell us about some of what you got?
Our most well-known book is the first and only ever authorized Bruce Lee comic book. It's co-created and co-written with his daughter Shannon Lee. And she actually is involved in every aspect. We've done 4 issues so far, 5 because number 1 was a double size, and we just dropped a brand new kind of spin-off title called The Walk of the Dragon. Just came out last week.
Cool.
The other book I write is a book called Indestructible. It was our first book. In a world where superheroes are real, it stands to reason to be treated like celebrities. This gentleman is mistaken for being a mutant, gets a taste of the lifestyle, likes it. How do you fake your way through being a superhero and not get killed?
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of titles. We've got everything from, we've got horror, military, We've got a comedy from the longtime head writers of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's cool.
Fairy tale murder mystery, Santa Claus mystery, female assassins, hitmen. We try to cover lots of different genres.
Cool. How long have you been in animation and stuff?
So, over the last almost 30 years, I've done a little more than 1,000 episodes, about 20 series.
That's cool. Alrighty, well thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I have already picked up a copy of Sweet Lullaby, and I've also picked up a copy of Bruce Lee. So they look really good. I can't wait to get into them. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we're talking to Greg Hildebrand about this awesome painting he just did. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this?
It's a painting for Marvel Comics. It's a variant cover for one of the Thanos comics, which will, I guess they're going to be tying it in with the film that's coming out soon. So I call Marvel and talk to them about what covers they would like me to do, and they said, well, we'll do this Thanos. And so I came up with this. And they pretty much leave me alone. I mean, sometimes I'll get suggestions from people over there about what they would like to see, and but then I go ahead with it and start painting it, and we send it over to them. And they're generally every painting I've done so far, they accept right off the bat, and it gets used probably in about 2 months or so, another month or so.
So what's the idea behind this painting? What is?
Well, I mean, it's like here he is, the king of death, I suppose, right? Kind of like skipping along. In my mind, just I kind of play with it. It's like there he is, kind of like he'll be holding a skull. I'm going to paint that in yet. He's got one in his hand, and he's kind of like singing in the rain. Boom, da, 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 da. That's the sense or feeling that I had when I was coming up with the painting.
Alrighty. Now, how did you get started in art?
Oh my God, I've been drawing since I was probably 3 years old, and I'm 79. So I started at 3 and never stopped. And fortunately, I was able to, I had parents who completely supported what I did. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and in a working class world, and they completely were behind it. So they just left, back in the day, in the 40s, you would have been told, get a real job. And my parents never did that. And so myself and my brother, my twin brother, we just kept drawing and painting and making things, and finally got into the business of doing it. I mean, in Detroit at an animation company, or I should say an industrial film producer in Detroit, the biggest in the country at the time. And we worked in their animation department. When I was 18, we started it. And I worked there for about 6 years, doing everything from storyboards to opaquing cells for, they did training films for the Air Force and the Navy, films for U.S. Steel. And then I came to New York and made documentary films for about 7 years. Shot, ran camera, did sound, edited, filmed, back in the old days of film. And then I illustrated generally for about, they always seem to be about 6-year stints, general illustration. Then Tim and I illustrated The Lord of the Rings for Valentine Books in 1976. It was the first calendar, and that gave us a global fandom. Now all of a sudden we're kind of like known globally. And we have a big fan following. And we did a Star Wars poster right around that same time, and that kind of like escalates us to this other zone.
That poster's iconic.
Yeah, of popularity. But I mean, I had a whole, see, my career, I had like 30 years before that poster, and then I've done stuff, a lot of stuff for Marvel since '94. I do all the Trans-Siberian Orchestra's art for their Christmas or winter show, which for 14 years now. And presently I'm working on a graphic novel with my son, an original story and concept idea that he's writing, I'm illustrating. And oh my God, I have about 20 other things on the board which I can't even think of right now. I mean, somebody asked me the other day, isn't it time to retire?
Not if you're having fun.
You're 79. I said, what? I told him basically, I said, what am I going to do? Retire from myself? That's who I am.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Sure.
I really appreciate it. The man himself, Mr. Ethan Van Sciver.
All right, so that, I mean, all this stuff could make that movie good, but Boba Fett needs to be in it. Obviously, Jabba the Hutt. So
he needs like back history, you know, why they don't like each other.
Yeah, what's the beef? We agreed it was a bounty hunter, but I mean, there's a lot more.
they're pirates that are fighting each other. So I think this new character that they're talking about, what's her name, Ness, and this Ness, I think that maybe Jabba the Hutt hired Han Solo to jack their pirated load and then bring it there, something like that. That's going to be the thing. I really believe that, like, Jabba the Hutt hired Han Solo to do some dirty stuff to them. With its nose? I need to understand it. I need to understand why it looks like that. And they lost it, so somewhere in time they used it.
So what's going on right here? What do you guys do?
Hello there. I'm with Saber Guild Corellia. We're a New Jersey-based group that's LFL approved, just like the Mando Mercs, the 501st, and the Rebel Legion, where we dress up as Jedi and Sith and perform shows for kids. We can have face characters like Darth Vader, Rey, or original characters like myself, Jason Christian. We do all for charity work. For New Jersey, we work with Robert Johnson, Early Childhood Development, and we occasionally do donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And may the force go with you.
Yeah, you too. So that's it for me here at Garden State Comic Fest. Got to meet a lot of cool people, see a lot of cool stuff. We're done for the weekend. Hopefully we'll get to come back next year or go to another similar comic fest. Thank you for watching Indie Cave Comics channel, and I'll see you on Twitter.
Please hang up and try again.